What if the world you see every day is not the real world? What if it is only a picture made inside your mind? Right now, you believe you are listening to me. You believe you are sitting somewhere. You believe your thoughts are yours. But how do you know? How do you know you are not living inside a mental story that never stops playing? From the moment you wake up, your mind starts talking. It tells you who you are. It reminds you of your problems. It shows you fears. It repeats old memories. It plans the future. It judges everything. And you think this voice is you. But what if that voice is only noise? Ancient masters once said something strange. They said the world you think is solid is not solid at all. They said the self you defend every day is not real. They said the mind creates a layer of reality that hides something much bigger. And modern science is starting to say the same thing. Your brain does not show you the world as it is. It builds a model. It predicts what is out there. It fills in the gaps. It edits what you see. In simple words, you do not see reality. You see your brain's version of it. That means most of your life happens inside a mental screen. Think about that. Every fear. Every worry. Every doubt. Every story about who you are. All of it lives inside this mental space. Now here is the shocking part. There is another way to experience reality. A deeper way. A wider way. A way that feels timeless and free. Many spiritual seekers have touched it. They describe it as stepping into a higher dimension. Not a place in the sky. Not another planet. But a different level of awareness. And the doorway to it is simple. You must learn to ignore the mental reality. Not fight it. Not destroy it. Just stop believing it. When you do this, something powerful happens. The mind becomes quiet. The sense of me starts to loosen. And behind it, something vast begins to appear. In this video, I will show you how ancient wisdom and modern science both point to this hidden truth. I will explain what the mental reality really is. And I will share a simple practice that can help you step beyond it. If you stay with me until the end, you will understand how to access that higher state for yourself. Not as an idea, but as an experience. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. Most people never question their mental world. They think their thoughts are facts. They think their emotions are truth. They think their identity is fixed. But look closely. When you say, "I am stressed," what is really happening? A thought appears. Then another thought agrees with it. Soon, a whole story forms. The body reacts. The heart beats faster. The chest feels tight. And now you say, "This is real." But it all started with a thought. The mind is very good at this. It builds stories fast. It connects small events into big meanings. Someone does not reply to your message. The mind says, "They do not care." You make one mistake. The mind says, "I am a failure." The story grows. This is what I call mental reality. It feels solid. It feels heavy. But it is built from ideas. It is built from memory and fear. It is built from past pain. The strange part is this. You are not even aware that you are living inside it. The mind speaks in your voice. So you trust it. It uses your name. So you believe it. It repeats your past. So it feels familiar. But familiar does not mean true. Ancient teachers warned about this trap. In Buddhism, they said the mind creates suffering because it clings to thoughts. In Hindu teachings, they used the word Maya. Maya means illusion. It means the world you see is not the full picture. They did not say the world does not exist. They said your way of seeing it is limited. Think about a dream. When you are inside a dream, everything feels real. You feel fear. You feel joy. You run. You cry. You believe the story. But when you wake up, you laugh. You say, "It was only a dream." Now ask yourself, what if your mental reality is like that? What if most of your stress is built from thoughts that you never questioned? What if the person you defend every day is just a collection of memories? Modern science gives us clues. Neuroscientists say the brain does not wait for the world. It predicts it. It uses past data to guess what is happening now. Then it updates the guess. In simple words, your brain is always guessing. You are not seeing pure reality. You are seeing a prediction. That means your mind filters everything. It keeps what fits your old story. It ignores what does not fit. If you believe you are not good enough, your brain will find proof. If you believe the world is unsafe, your brain will show danger. This is how mental reality becomes a prison. Not because the world is small, but because your interpretation is small. And the more you believe your thoughts, the stronger the prison becomes. You wake up inside the same story. You react the same way. You repeat the same emotions. It feels like life. But it is a loop. Now here is the key shift. If mental reality is built from thoughts, then it depends on your attention. Without your attention, it has no power. And this is where everything begins to change. Ancient wisdom did not just talk about this problem. It also showed a way out. In Buddhism, they speak about the observer. The one who watches the thoughts. The one who sees emotions rise and fall. They teach that you are not the thought. You are the awareness behind it. In the Upanishads of ancient India, sages said something bold. They said your true nature is not the body. Not the mind. Not even your personality. They called it pure consciousness. Silent. Limitless. Always present. Taoist masters said the same in a different way. They spoke about the Tao. The flow behind all things. They said when you stop forcing, when you stop clinging to mental ideas, you return to the natural state. Different cultures. Different words. Same message. You are not the mental noise. Now listen carefully. Modern science is starting to point in this direction too. Scientists who study the brain discovered something called the default mode network. This part of the brain becomes active when you think about yourself. When you replay the past. When you imagine the future. When you worry about what others think. In short, it lights up when the mental story of me is running. But during deep meditation, this network becomes quiet. When it becomes quiet, people report something powerful. They say the sense of self becomes weak. The boundaries feel soft. Time feels slower. Sometimes it feels like there is no me at all. Only awareness. This is not religion. This is brain research. When the mental story slows down, perception changes. Some physicists even say reality is not fixed. At the smallest level, particles behave differently when observed. This is called the observer effect. It suggests that consciousness plays a role in how reality appears. This does not mean you control the universe with your thoughts. But it hints at something deep. Reality is not as solid as it seems. Now imagine this. If your daily experience is shaped by mental patterns, and those patterns can go silent, then what remains when the mind becomes still? This is the doorway. When you ignore mental reality, even for a few seconds, you step out of the story. You stop feeding it. The thoughts may still appear. But you do not chase them. And in that small gap, something new opens. At first, it feels strange. There is silence. Not empty silence. But alive silence. You feel more present. Colors may look brighter. Sounds feel clearer. The body feels lighter. You are still here. But something is different. You are not inside the story anymore. You are watching it. This shift is small. But it is powerful. Because once you taste this space, you realize something shocking. The mind was never the boss. It was only a tool. And beyond the tool, there is a wider field of awareness. A field that does not panic. A field that does not rush. A field that does not need to defend an identity. Some call this the higher dimension. Not because you travel somewhere else, but because your level of awareness rises. It is like moving from a small room into open sky. The room was never wrong. It was just limited. And the sky was always there. So what is this higher dimension, really? It is not magic. It is not fantasy. It is not escaping the world. It is a shift in awareness. In normal mental reality, everything feels personal. Someone disagrees with you. You feel attacked. Something goes wrong. You feel punished. A memory appears. You feel trapped. But in the higher state, things feel lighter. Events still happen. People still speak. Life still moves. But you do not feel stuck inside every thought. You see thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. They come. They stay for a moment. They go. And you remain. Time also feels different. When the mind is loud, you rush. You chase the future. You replay the past. But when the mind becomes quiet, there is only this moment. And this moment feels full. Very full. Many people who experience this say they feel deep peace. Not excitement. Not extreme happiness. But steady peace. Like standing in the center of a storm while everything spins around you. The ego starts to soften. You do not feel the need to prove yourself. You do not feel the need to win every argument. You do not feel the same fear of being judged. Why? Because the me you were protecting was built from thoughts. And now you see that clearly. This is why ancient texts said awakening feels like waking from a dream. The dream was not evil. It was just limited. You believed you were a small character in a large world. Now you see you are the awareness in which the world appears. That is a big shift. And here is something important. This higher dimension is not far away. It is not only for monks. It is not only for people who meditate for years. It is available in small moments. Right now, pause for a second. Notice your next thought. Do not stop it. Just wait for it. When it appears, ask yourself, who noticed this thought? There is the thought. And there is the awareness of the thought. They are not the same. The thought moves. The awareness stays. That awareness is the doorway. The more you rest there, the weaker the mental prison becomes. You stop reacting so fast. You choose your response. You feel space between stimulus and action. Science even shows that regular meditation changes the brain. Studies show that areas linked to stress shrink over time. Areas linked to focus and emotional control grow stronger. This means the shift is not only spiritual. It is physical too. Your brain adapts to silence. Your nervous system relaxes. Your body feels safer. And when the body feels safe, perception expands. This is how you access the higher dimension. Not by forcing. Not by fighting the mind. But by stepping back from it. Let the thoughts speak. But do not sit in their chair. Let emotions rise. But do not drown in them. Be the space. In that space, something beautiful happens. You realize you were never broken. You were only identified with noise. And once you see this clearly, life changes. Not because the outside world changes, but because your way of seeing changes. The prison door was never locked. You were simply holding it closed. Now let me give you something simple. Something you can try today. This is not complex. It does not require special skills. It only requires honesty and attention. For the next few days, practice this one thing. 3 times a day, stop for 1 minute. That is all. 1 minute. During that minute, do nothing. Do not fix your thoughts. Do not control your breathing. Do not chase peace. Just watch. Watch your thoughts like you are watching cars pass on a road. One comes. Then another. Some are loud. Some are quiet. Do not jump into the car. Stay on the side of the road. If a thought says, "This is pointless," watch it. If a thought says, "I am bored," watch it. If a thought says, "I feel calm," watch that too. Everything becomes an object in awareness. Slowly, you will notice something powerful. You are still here, even when thoughts change. The thoughts move. The emotions move. The body sensations move. But something does not move. That still presence is you. Not the story. Not the fear. Not the label. Just awareness. At first, the mind will resist. It will try to pull you back into the story. It will remind you of tasks. It will bring up old memories. This is normal. The mind is used to being in control. Do not fight it. Fighting is still engagement. Instead, smile gently inside. Let the thoughts play. You remain the witness. Over time, small gaps will appear between thoughts. Tiny spaces of silence. In those spaces, you may feel peace. Or openness. Or nothing special at all. Do not chase a special feeling. The higher dimension is not about fireworks. It is about clarity. Clarity that you are not your mental noise. And when this clarity becomes stable, something shifts deeply. You stop living only inside your head. You feel more connected to the present moment. You listen better. You react less. You feel grounded. Even when life becomes hard. Transformation does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like calm strength. Sometimes it looks like silence in a situation where you used to explode. That is growth. That is awakening in action. And here is the truth. You do not need to destroy the mind. The mind is a useful tool. It helps you plan. It helps you learn. It helps you survive. But it was never meant to be your master. Once you see that clearly, you step into a wider space of being. You access a higher dimension not by going somewhere else, but by seeing through the illusion that you were only your thoughts. And once you experience even a small taste of this freedom, you will never look at your mind the same way again. The journey is simple. Notice. Step back. Stay present. The door is already open. You only need to walk through it. Now take a deep breath. Think about your life before this moment. All the times you felt trapped inside your head. All the nights you could not sleep because thoughts would not stop. All the times you believed every negative story about yourself. Now see it clearly. Those stories felt real. But they were built from thoughts. And thoughts are temporary. You are not temporary. You are the awareness that has been here since childhood. The same presence that watched your first memory. The same presence that is listening right now. Everything else has changed. Your body changed. Your beliefs changed. Your friends changed. Even your personality shifted over the years. But awareness stayed. That awareness is your true ground. That is the higher dimension. It is not dramatic. It is stable. When you live from mental reality, life feels heavy. You feel separate. You feel like you are fighting the world. When you live from awareness, life feels open. You feel connected. You feel like you are part of something larger. This is the transformation. Not becoming someone new, but remembering what you already are. Ancient sages tried to explain this thousands of years ago. Modern science is slowly confirming parts of it. But you do not need books to taste it. You only need direct experience. And that experience begins the moment you stop believing every thought. Right now, as this video ends, notice the space around you. Notice the sounds. Notice your breathing. Then notice the one who is aware of all of it. Rest there for a few seconds. That stillness is always available. In traffic. In stress. In joy. In silence. The mind will continue to speak. Let it speak. You do not have to follow. Once you ignore the mental reality, even for a moment, you step beyond the prison of thought. You access a higher dimension of being. And from that space, life is not something you fight. It is something you witness. Something you move with. Something you experience fully. Your awakening is not about adding more ideas. It is about removing the false center. You are not the noise. You are the awareness behind it. And once you see this clearly, transformation is not a goal in the future. It is happening now. Before you leave, remember this one thing. The mind will try to turn this into another idea. It will say, "This sounds good." Or, "I already know this." Or even, "This is too simple." Watch that too. The mind always wants control. It wants to understand everything. It wants to own the truth. But the higher dimension is not owned. It is experienced. Do not make this another belief. Test it. Tonight, before you sleep, sit in silence for 2 minutes. Watch your thoughts. Do not fight them. Do not judge them. Just observe. Then ask yourself softly, who is aware? Do not search for words. Just feel. If you practice this daily, even for a short time, you will start to notice small changes. You will pause before reacting. You will feel less pulled by drama. You will sense more space inside. That space is freedom. Real transformation is quiet. It happens inside first. Then your outer life slowly reflects it. If this message spoke to you, if you feel something shifted even a little, stay on this path. Keep exploring. Keep observing. And if you want more content that helps you wake up from mental illusion and step into deeper awareness, make sure you stay connected to this channel. Your journey is not about becoming more. It is about remembering what you have always been. The higher dimension is not somewhere far away. It is one silent step beyond your next thought. Take that step. And one day, you will notice something beautiful. The things that used to trigger you will not have the same power. The fears that once controlled you will feel smaller. The need to prove yourself will slowly fade. Not because the world changed, but because you are no longer living only inside mental reality. You will still think. You will still plan. You will still feel emotions. But there will be space around them. Space gives you freedom. Space gives you choice. In that space, compassion grows. You start to see that other people are also trapped in their mental stories. Their anger is their fear. Their judgment is their pain. Instead of reacting, you understand. This is another sign you are touching a higher level of awareness. You move through life with more calm. More clarity. More presence. And the most powerful part? You realize you were never separated from peace. Peace was covered by noise. Remove the noise, even for a moment, and peace reveals itself. So do not chase mystical experiences. Do not chase visions or extreme states. Stay simple. Observe. Allow. Return to awareness. Again and again. This is the path ancient masters walked. This is what modern science is beginning to explore. And this is what you can practice today. Every time you notice a thought without becoming it, you step into a higher dimension. Every time you choose awareness over reaction, you rise. Your awakening is not a sudden explosion. It is a gentle remembering. And it starts now.